Let me just make a brief video about something. I'm not here to destroy anything. I'm not against religion. I'm not against religious beliefs. I'm not against atheism. I'm not against anybody being an atheist. I'm not here to destroy anybody. And when I make my videos, they're not out to destroy people. But what it is, what I'm interested in is building something. If anything, if I'm out to do anything, is what primarily I'm out to express my views on things. That's what I want to do. I just like to express my views, and I will express them on a variety of topics. I know I talk a lot about religion lately, but there's many other things that I'm interested in too, and I will talk about those things. But the one thing that I'm interested in is building people's awareness of themselves, that you have a lot of choices. You can choose to think of things different ways. There's an open variety of stuff out there to think about. And you shouldn't be limited. You know, when I was growing up, I mentioned many times how I grew up as a Jehovah's Witness, although I wasn't that deep into it, because I wasn't strictly into going to, I think I've been to Kingdom Hall maybe about 5 times in my life, ever. But I used to have Bible meetings, you know, and I just could never get with it. I felt more like I was pushed into this. I didn't have Bible meetings because I really wanted to and I was seeking it out. I was doing it more because my parents wanted that. And they approved of it, and they, you know, they thought it was a good thing. And so, you know, and so I'm just into that. And I'm thinking, I just don't agree with these people. I just don't. I don't agree with their doctrines. I don't agree with their views. But, you know, every Jehovah's Witness I ever met was really very nice people. And there's a woman at work whose name I won't mention, but she's like this old lady, and she's a very nice woman. She's a Jehovah's Witness. Hopefully she won't see this video, because I'm sure she'll be all upset. But she's the cutest old lady, but she's just, and she's very nice, and she hands out the watchtower, the little, not the watchtower, but the smaller little things that have stuff in it. The little track, you know, the little Bible tracts and all that stuff. But the thing is that I'm not out to bash people. I'm not out to even to criticize people. If somebody wants to believe that squirrels are holy and sacred, fine. You know, if you want to believe, you know, in the sacred, I don't know, bucket of water, if that works for you, fine. The only thing I'm asking is this, is that people think about what it is you believe. And ask yourself, is this real? You know, is it something that's serving me? See, the real question is, does it serve me? Does my belief serve me? Many times, you find it doesn't. When I was thinking about Jehovah's Witness, I asked, does this way of thinking work for me? No. No, it doesn't work for me. I have a hard time with this idea of, you know, giving up so many things that I enjoy. Like, I like to celebrate Christmas. I like to celebrate my birthday. You know, and I don't think there's anything wrong with people serving in the military, but the Jehovah's Witnesses think that there's something wrong with that. And definitely the problem with the issue with the blood transfusions. It's like, no. If I was in an accident and I had to give my consent, yeah, give me a blood transfusion. I have donated blood. You know, and that's absolutely taboo. But I do what I like to do. But I always ask myself that critical question. Is this way of thinking working for me? What I would like to encourage people to do is to always ask yourself that question. Does this way of thinking serve me? I think everybody, whether you're religious or you're not religious, always ask yourself, is the way I'm thinking working for me? Does this work for me? If not, make changes. That's all. Believe me, I don't really have very dramatic goals. I'm not out to change the world. I'm pretty sure the day I die, the world will pretty much continue on whatever path it's on. But while I'm here, I will do everything in my power to encourage people to think. To actually think freely and to entertain some new ways of looking at things instead of getting stuck on something because it's a tradition, or get stuck on something because we've always thought that way, or because, well, we're supposed to do that, or worried about whether your relatives are going to get upset over something because you think different from what they think. Look, I've always been somewhat rebellious all my life. And I paid a price. Many a time I've got a foot in my ass, and I know that. But, sometimes you got to pay that price for freedom. Sometimes you got to pay the price to be free. Sometimes you got to say things and people will get upset and they get angry. They won't like it. But you know what? It's worth it. Being yourself, living your life the way you want to live it, it's worth it. I'll take a foot in the ass any day as long as I can be free.